Hey, what's up, my peoples? Emgo here, the freaking geek himself, and it's time to just transform Lucky Cat Atlas. So without further ado, let's just transform it. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to take this little bit right here. We're just going to rotate that down. The hands need to be in a specific position here, so you want to make sure the fingers are completely straightened out. And then you want to bend the thumb at this hinge right here. Bring the thumb down and have that bent in. So you want the hand in that position right there. So once you have done that, you want to take this section and pull it down and out like so. At this point, we can rotate the forearm 180. We want to take this panel here and rotate this down. We can take this section here. We can rotate it down. Actually, you want to slide it forward first. Slide it forward and then rotate it down like that to get that out of the way. Now you want to open up this panel here. There's another panel here to flip up, and then a little panel here, and that gets flipped up. Once you have done that, you want to rotate this section around so the hinge is now facing you. Collapse this back in. We want to rotate the hand in like that, and then flip the entire hand in. You want to flip it in at this hinge right here, the innermost hinge. So just bring that up and then just flip that hand in, and that'll sit right in there like that. And now coming up to the shoulder, you just want to take this panel here, bring that up, and then rotate this entire assembly around like so. And you want to take this section here and just bring that up and just leave that there for now. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, just bring this little bit down and get those fingers straightened out. Get that thumb folded in. Bring this down and out. Rotate the forearm. Bring this panel down. Push the silver section forward, rotate it down, open this up, and then open that up, and then take the section, rotate it, rotate the hand in, collapse all this up, and then bring the hand in like so, and then bring this panel up, rotate it up, and take this section and just rotate that up. And now you want to take his chest and just open it up. It does tab into the central section here. Take this bit here, just bring that down. It's on a slider, so just pull that out as far as it'll go and just bring that down. And now you want to come back here. You want to take this whole back assembly here. It helps if you engage the ab crunch. And you want to pull all of this out like so. And once you've done that, you want to disengage this section of the waist that is tabbed in here. It's a pretty secure connection, so you may need a tool. Just kind of wedge in there like so. And once you have that disengaged, get that in there. There we go. Once you have that disengaged, all this should just open up like that. Once you've done that, you want to take this section here, you want to untab it. It's on a double hinge, so you want to shift it back and then tab it back in right there. So now what we want to do here is we want to take these sections right here, we want to shift them past that front grill and bring them down like so. Helps if you open this up also. And this is just so you can bring this down as far as it'll go. You want to make sure this is also just brought down as far as it'll go, because now we just want to get his arms up and we want to rotate the upper body 180, and that just gives you the clearance to do that move. So now you want to take this panel with his head and just pop it up. You're going to rotate this 180. You want to make sure there's kind of an angle just so you can clear these big tabs here. Just rotate that around. You want to take his head and tilt it all the way back on this hinge here. tilt it back as far as it'll go, and then just take this and close it right back up. At this point, we're going to start working on the lower body. So the first thing you want to do is you want to take this section right here. You want to pop this out of its tab, out of its slot rather, and just shift it down, and it will tab in right there. And now you want to take the skirt piece and rotate it down. You want to rotate this entire armature down as well, and have that sitting right there like that. You now want to open up this light panel here and just bring that all the way back. You want to undo this panel back here, and you want to shift this all the way back, and this tab right here will end up in this slot right here. So just get that lined up and just tab that right in there like that. Next, you want to rotate the foot in and start shifting it in. You want to take this section here with the wheels, and you want to open this up. And what you kind of need to do here is you kind of need to push this section out kind of as you're rotating this out, like that. And then swing this out, bring this in, and this will tab in right here. Slide it up and just push that into place. Once you've done that, you want to take these wheels, you want to pull them out, and then rotate them 180 and push them back in to lock them into place. Then you can take this and close it back up, and the foot will tab in right here. So just line that up and tab that foot in. And there you go. And you got that side all done. You're going to do the same thing on the other side. So again, take this little hip section here, untab it, shift it down, tab it in right there. Take this skirt piece and just rotate it down so it's sitting right there. Open up the leg panel, bring it all the way back. You then want to rotate the foot in, start kind of shifting it in. Take this, oh, actually you want to do this first, and do that, bring that back, tab that into place, right there, and now undo these wheels, and again, just kind of push the tank out as you're kind of shifting things around, because the clearance here is not a lot. There we go. Bring that out, rotate that out, and then get that tabbed into the side of the leg right there. Take these wheels and pop them out, rotate them, and then pop them back in, and then close that up. Tab the foot in right there, and on this side you do have a tab that you want to flip out right there, and now you can take both halves, make sure that those thigh hinges there are sitting at 90 degrees, and now you can tab the two halves together, and you got that done. So this armature here has two sliding joints. The first thing you want to do is slide this down. So take this and slide it down, and then all of this will slide back. So you may need to bring this out and just get this straightened out so you have the clearance. Take this and slide that back. So now you want to take these sections here and we want to rotate them down, and the wheel here will pull out and slide down, and then push it back in to lock it into place. So you can do the same thing on the other side. Slide that down, or rotate that down rather, and then pull out the wheel and slide it down, and then push it back in to lock it into place. So now we want to get the front grille situated here. So now you want to rotate all of this up and basically straighten all of this out so it's looking like that. You want to take this panel and you want to flip it down. So you can take this section here and rotate it down halfway, take these side bits and rotate those out. You can bring that down the rest of the way, and then this will tab into it right there. like so. And this part, you do want to have this just swung under there, like so, and that's how you want that oriented. So now it's time for the tricky part, and that's getting the arms in place, and that's just because there's not a whole lot of clearance here. So just kind of getting those arms as straightened as you can at 90 degrees there, and just bring the shoulder back, and then bring this section in, and you kind of want to swing it kind of like in and up. It's just kind of, it's doable. It just takes some fiddling. This is the part of the transformation I am not particularly a fan of, but you can get everything popped in. It's just a case of, there we go. There we go. Let's get everything situated there. There we go. Like that. Now, in theory, you can see in here, there's a little post that's supposed to go right in the middle of this gold section here. There's a port there. In theory, you're supposed to be able to plug that in. I have never really been able to do it successfully. Like, I can kind of get it to go in, but then it wants to just kind of push itself back out. So, but in theory, that's what you want to do, is have that plugged in to that post right there. But we got that one side in place. Now, let's try to get the other side. So again, make sure everything is as squared up as possible. Oh, one more thing we want to do here. This gray section here will tab into the side as well, like so. So make sure that is sitting flush right there. So I can bring that back and start swinging this in. And you can tab that side in if you want to. And then it's a case of trying to get all this in place, which again can be kind of tricky because you don't have a lot of clearance. But again, it's doable. It's just tricky, as you can see. Again, this is the one part I'm not thrilled with. There we go. There we go. There we go. Takes a bit of doing, but it's doable. And again, in theory, you want to try to plug that in there, but on mine it doesn't really like to do it. There we go. We got those in place. So now once that's done, we can now bring this whole front section down. There are going to be tab slots there. There's also a tab right here. It's going to go in the slot right there in the middle. So we got 3 connections here to work with. So just tab all of that in. Tab that central part in. And make sure all that is nice and tabbed together. Push back. And we got that bit of the cab all done. So now you just want to bring this windshield section forward to expose this hinge, because there's a side view mirror right here. So flip that out, and then you can close that up. And again, just kind of bring that around so you can get to that side view mirror. Flip that out, and then close all of this up. You got these little panels here. You just want to flip down on either side. You got this panel here. You want to take and flip that down to fill that section in. Take that and flip that down. These sections here, you want to rotate up, and then just take that, pop that down, and that will fill that in. And then you have this silver section right here. You just want to pop that out. You want to pull this hinge all the way out and then just rotate it in, and that will just drop right into that slot right there, like so. Then you take the smokestack and just swing that out. Same thing here. Just take this, pull it out, and then rotate it in. Tab that in, swing that smokestack out, and there you go. There you have Atlas in his alt mode. And now to get him back into robot mode, we're going to start off with the smokestacks here. Just shift those back in. Take this panel, bring it out, and then slide it in and seat it right there. Open it up, slide it out, and then seat it right in there. We're going to take these sections here, pop these up, and then just take these little panels here and just rotate those down. And we're going to take these panels here, rotate them up, tab it in, rotate that up, tab it in. We have this little panel here. We also want to rotate that up, tab that in, rotate that up, and tab that in. We can now open up the windshield here. You want to open this up so that opening is there to flip in that side view mirror. You can just bring that out, open that up, flip that in, and bring that out, and just kind of keep all that out of the way. So now we're going to undo this whole front section here. So just kind of wiggle loose these tabs, wiggle loose this section here, and swing this out, open this up. We now want to open up this panel here, bring this section up just halfway so we can rotate these bits in, and then we can flip that up the rest of the way. We can close that up. We can then swing this back plate out. And again, you just want to swing these side sections down. Basically fold them down like that. And that's just to get them out of the way. That's just to get all this out of the way so we can then free up his arms. So the best way I found to free up the arms is to like undo this little bit first. So just kind of push this out, and that'll just bring all of this out. Then just kind of grab hold of this. Be careful, don't be too aggressive with it, but just kind of pull it kind of out and down, and that will just kind of free up the arm and swing it out. And then you can untab that and bring all of this forward. And same thing here, just kind of pop this little central section, and then kind of grab hold of this panel here, and again, just kind of swing it out and down. You should be able to swing that right out. The arms come out a lot easier than they go in, as you can see. But just get that all situated like that. And now we're going to take these wheels here, and again, just pop it out, slide it up, and then pop it back in. Then take this section and just rotate it up. Second versus like the first, just pull the wheel out so you can slide it up. And sometimes this can be a little fiddly too. There we go, slide it up and pop that in and rotate that up. So now we're going to untab the legs. We can take this tab and flip that in, and we'll get started working on the legs here. So you can kind of bring that out a click or two just so you have clearance to work here. So what's going to happen here is you're going to take this wheel section, you're going to untab it, just pop that out. You're going to take the wheels and pull these out. Again, some of these little sliding bits can be a little hard. There we go, take that and rotate it 180. And then just pop that into place. You just kind of want to bring the foot out. You want to take the tank here, untab it, swing it in, and then just kind of push this in. And again, you're kind of closing this up as you're pushing this in, just to kind of help seat it into place and pull the foot out also. So basically all this you kind of moving at the same time. And then you can tab that into place, rotate that foot up. Then you can take this panel and untab it, bring it down, be a tab slot connection that happens right there. So just line that up and get that tabbed into place. Then you can take this panel, swing it in, and tab that in. And there you have a leg all done. So now, guess what? Second verse is just like the first. So again, just kind of undo this. You can untap the foot first. Makes life a little bit easier. And get this freed up. And this can hold in very securely. There we go. Pop that open. And pull those wheels out. Rotate 180. Slide them back in. Undo the tank, swing the tank in, and then just get all that into place. And again, just kind of rotate all of this around. As you're doing that, tab that in, rotate that foot up, take this, untab it, swing it down, and get that tabbed into place. Take this panel, bring it down, and you got the legs all done. And I just want to take these skirt pieces here and just rotate these back up. So they're sitting in their rightful place. And just take that, swing it up. On this side is, the hinge is quite snug on my copy. There we go. Rotate that up. So that's just sitting where it needs to be. So now you want to take this panel here with the head and pop this up. This is tabbed in very securely. There we go. Pop that up and rotate that around. And bring it down. Tab it back in. Bring his head back up. So again, you have these sliding points right here and right here. So we can take this entire assembly, pull this out first, and then we can take all this and just slide this up. And just make sure that all this is sitting down. Make sure all this is sitting down. You kind of bring these arms out and take this upper body and rotate it 180. So now for this section here, you want to take these side sections and you want to make sure that they are coming up and over the front grille. So get that all situated, bring that up and over and fold these up now. So they're sitting like that. And we can close that up and just leave that like that for now. So now you want to take the small of his back and just untab it, just shift it back and tab it back into place. At this point now, we can take his upper body and just kind of line it up and get all that tabbed in on either side right there. And now you just take the backpack and just collapse that all in. There we go. Get it all sitting in there like that. So now we can take this, fold that in. This will slide back a little bit and fold up. Close up the chest panel. There's a little tab, little slot connection right there. So just line that up and tab that in. We can take these shoulder pieces, just bring those down. We can take this panel here, rotate it around, and then close that up, rotate that down, and close that up. And now we'll get the forearm situated. So take the hand and flip it all the way out, extend it down and out. Flip in still panel, flip all of this in, and then flip that in. Rotate that around. You want to make sure that this silver bit here is rotated down and slid back, and then you can close that up. And then you want to take this section here, rotate it so the little arrows facing up, and then just slide this out and in, straighten out the hand, do what you want with the fingers, and take this little bit here and just rotate that up. And there you have that arm all done. And we're going to do the same thing on the other side. Second verse is just like the first. So flip that hand out, extend all this, bring it down, rotate that in, flip this panel in, and then close all that up. Rotate all of this around. So silver section, rotate down, slide it back, close that up, make sure this is straight here so this will lay where it needs to. There we go. And then just rotate, swing that in, and do what you want with the fingers there. And bring this little bit up. And there you have Atlas back in robot mode.